The third act of A New Hope is amazing. The Death Star trench run has Luke and Han completing their character arcs to save the day, but what if the movie built up to this more? First, I'll start with the concept I call the hero's redo. I've noticed a pattern in stories based on the hero's journey where the hero has a specific challenge that they fail earlier in the movie. Then in Act 3, they get a redo after completing their arc and they pass. Examples are the Kung Fu Panda and Spider-Verse movies. This creates a setup and payoff and enhances the story. I believe that Star Wars should have had a piloting scene where Luke fails to trust in the Force and fails his task. That would make the success in the trench run sweeter. This failure would happen somewhere in Act 2. Luke's arc is all about learning to believe in the Force. This would be stronger if his lack of belief in the Force was stronger and made more apparent. I think it would be valuable to reiterate that Luke fails to trust in the Force throughout the movie. You know what scene can be enhanced by this? Obi-Wan's death. Imagine if Kenobi didn't just lose to Vader, but he lost because he needed help through Luke's Force abilities, but Luke didn't trust the Force enough. That would make Luke feel responsible for his mentor's death and make the scene more emotional. The multiple Force failures would also make the final Force success more rewarding. The last area I feel needs work is the plot structure. Save the Cat has an excellent formula. When applied to A New Hope, it reveals that the movie's Act 2A is very lacking. If the midpoint is when Alderaan is blown up, then that means Act 2A is just finding Han and escaping Mos Eisley. That's very empty. This is where everything comes together. The piloting failure that leads to the hero's redo can be placed in Act 2A. There will be at least one action scene that requires Luke to enter the pilot seat and rely on the Force. When he fails, maybe Han pushes him out of the seat and takes over, or Obi-Wan uses the Force himself. Luke receiving piloting training in this section would also justify his piloting skills in Act 3. The midpoint is the Death Star being used. Act 2B is saving the princess. Then Obi-Wan asks Luke to use the Force to help him against Vader, but Luke fails and his mentor dies. Finally, in Act 3, Luke learns to trust the Force and blows up the Death Star. I believe these simple changes enhance the theme of the movie, make the setup and payoff hit harder, and make the story feel more fleshed out.